Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4, Highly Opinionated. I'm your co-host Josh. That's Tim.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, you?
I'm good, man. Just maintaining, rocking, and rolling, brother. What's up, Ross? What's going on, man?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Week 1 of the NFL season. It's a great time for football, man. Great time to be alive.
Yeah, some good and some sad times, but we happy football back.
Absolutely. We want to thank you guys for watching last week's show. Thank you guys for tuning into this week's show. We appreciate you guys for all the love, all the support. Keep coming at us. Keep letting us know what we're good at, what we're not good at. We're striving to be great, striving to be the best sports show that you guys watch. Again, thank you for everything. Thank you for the support. We're going to keep striving to be the best we can be.
For sure. And you already know. Follow us on Instagram at highly opinionated __ and X at highly _SS. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Absolutely. Those subscriptions to YouTube does as well. We thank you for the views. So keep them coming. And we show love to other shows, as you guys will see later on in this episode. So we appreciate that. We love you guys for that. Tim, you ready to get it rocking and rolling, my brother?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. So week 2 of the college football season. Week 2 recap. You know, we picked 4 games last week, so it's time to go over those 4 games and give our predictions for week 3 of the college football season. Starting off first, man, we had Colorado and Nebraska. Nebraska won 28-10. I see the look on my brother Tim's face already. Tim, you got the floor.
Oh man. So, like I'm like everybody else in the world, man. We've been hoodwinked, man. Man. Colorado's not good at all, man. I hate to say it, man. I'm not one of them people that like to jump ship early, but man, whoo, them O-line and D-line problems, man. It's whoo. I don't see nothing changing in sight, man. And they just got bullied up and down the field, man. Man, that's all I can say, man.
Bad offensive line. Can't protect the quarterback. Bad defensive line. Can't stop the run. And then I love Shador. I know you love Shador. You think he's the best quarterback. If you got bad O-line, bad D-line, and the quarterback turned the ball over, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work at all.
Nah.
They lost Shiloh. I think he broke his wrist in the game.
Yeah.
So, Tim, let me say this: the people that watch our show, they will never give us caveats. They still holding on the floor to stay strong for you. They still holding on Colorado making the playoff for me. But I'm gonna ask you, man to man, from what you've seen so far, you still think Colorado gonna make the playoff? Yeah, I don't. Do not.
Unless they only way they make the playoffs if they open the transfer portal during the middle of the season.
Yeah, they can't do that. They can't do that.
And they can't do it, though.
Oh, it's another way. If hell freeze over, and I don't think hell gonna freeze over, it's nice and comfortable outside where I'm at. You feel me? So, man, look, I don't mean no harm. Colorado, good team. I love Deion. I love Coach Prime. Deion Sanders is the best cornerback to ever play the game, but he not playing. You feel me? He coaching. So, with that being said, Tim, you taught me this. We watch football games. You talk football games every weekend. We on the phone yelling at each other, screaming, arguing, and good fun. You said, bro, if you don't have no line, if you can't dominate the line of scrimmage, you have nothing. We saw that Saturday night in Nebraska because, Tim, you know Nebraska really could have won that game like 45-3.
Yes, they could.
Were serious about what they was about. They could have won that game 45-3 because they blitzed them. They was up 21-0 before you blink. So hopefully Coach Prime can get it together, man. But I love Coach Prime. I love the skill players that they have. But again, no offensive line, no defensive line, no chance.
Long season.
Absolutely. Next, we have the Texas Longhorns and the Michigan Wolverines. We both called this last week. Texas blew out Michigan 31-12. I don't even know how Michigan scored 12. This is just something not the same Michigan team that it was last year, ladies and gentlemen. No Blake Corum. No J.J. McCarthy. No Jim Harbaugh. He got his first win with the Chargers. I'm sure we'll speak of that later on in the show. But this Michigan team is not the same. Meanwhile, this Texas team, this is basically the same team. They lost a few pieces, but this is the same team that went to the college football playoff last year. They bring back a starting quarterback in Quinn Ewers. That backup quarterback, Manning. What's the first name? What's his first name? Arch Manning. He would, like, Michigan would beg for him to come to Michigan. That's how bad of a quarterback room that Michigan has right now. So, what were your thoughts on this game?
Just to piggyback, honestly, yeah, I didn't think Michigan had a much of a chance going in because, like said, they really one-dimensional with the running game. They don't really have a passing game, so like I knew once Texas figured that out, it was going to be a long day. So the game went like I thought. So yeah, shout out to Texas, and I think that's another playoff pick I got wrong because Michigan ain't making it either.
Yeah, I'm a little high on Michigan making the playoffs though with Colorado only because they can dominate certain teams at the line of scrimmage. Colorado can't really dominate no one at the line of scrimmage. And I think with Michigan, the benefit that they did win the national championship last year. And also, like, it's going to take some time. Like, he's not J.J. McCarthy. You feel me? It's going to take some time for the quarterback, whatever quarterback they use, Warren or Alex Orji, the mobile scrambling quarterback, whatever quarterback they use. Like, he's not J.J. McCarthy, so it's going to take time. But Texas went to the big house and they planted that flag, brother.
Yes, they planted.
Next game, we have the blowout of the year. Tennessee and NC State. Tennessee beat the dog crap out of NC State 51-10. Nico, I can never pronounce his last name. I think it's Imiyamu. Nico, I'm sorry, I keep butchering it every time. But the quarterback from Tennessee, he had an average game. He had a couple turnovers, had a couple touchdowns, but his just arm strength, the way he throws the ball, the way the ball comes out of his hand. I like Tennessee. If Tennessee can continue to play strong defense like this, they could be a sleeper in the SEC.
Yeah, Tennessee looked dominant, man. I actually thought this game would be closer. I thought Tennessee would win, but I thought Tennessee would win, but I thought the game would be closer just because NC State coach Dorn, they normally bring some defense, but offensively, man, it wasn't it. I mean, defensively, they ain't stopped nothing as you see by the score, but yeah, it was a bad night, man. It was a bad night, so.
Yeah, Grayson McCall struggled. I watched this game. He definitely struggled. That pick six that he had really took the game over top. That was the one that really set it off for Tennessee. And then they just didn't. The gate started opening, and then it was hell after that. So, but yeah, usually NC State gives a better effort when they play better teams. Exactly. I expect Dave Doeren to use this as a learning experience with this team. And next time they play a team that's on their level, above their level, they will definitely come out and perform and do what they need to do. Last game that we picked from last week was the Michigan State Spartans and the Maryland Terrapins. We both got this one wrong. We both picked Maryland. Michigan State won the game on a game-winning field goal, literally at the buzzer of the game. Aiden Childs, he played well on the road. True freshman quarterback, played well on the road at Maryland. We both like Coach Loxley. I think he's a fine coach. And I know Maryland is I know they're in the Big Ten, so they're facing some heavyweights. But this Michigan State team wasn't that dominant, wasn't that imposing. It wasn't the Michigan State's team with Mark D'Antonio that won the Big Ten a couple years ago, 10, 15 years ago. It's not that team. I need Mike Loxley to win the games he's supposed to win. If you lose to Ohio State, you lose to Oregon, you lose to Michigan, you lose to USC. Okay, fine. All right, cool. But these games at home, you're supposed to win. You have to win. Because if you don't win, now that separates you from bowl eligibility to nothing.
Yeah, man, this game actually shocked me, man, and this why I never believe in Maryland right here because this game was set up so y'all can win the game. They had a freshman quarterback who not the best reader of defenses yet, and y'all let him kind of throw it around. I mean, he did have 3 interceptions, so y'all did force him into some bad decisions, but I still lost. Like, how do you normally the team that wins the turnover battle wins the game? I didn't watch the whole game. I watched pieces of it, but when I was watching it, they ain't getting no pressure on defense. Like, it was a lackluster performance, and like we both like Loxley, but it's like you can't have these type of slip ups because you trying to build the program, and it's like these are wins you need. Like, you got to keep building blocks. So yeah, I was disappointed in Maryland, man. They disappointed.
Yeah, no, Maryland definitely was a disappointment for sure. Coach Loxley, like I said, you have to win the games that you're supposed to. You have to. If you can't win the games you're supposed to, you're going to be in trouble. But I think you and I will both agree Maryland was not the biggest disappointment this week. The biggest disappointment this week by far, and we don't have them on the graphic, that's fine. Notre Dame, they lost at home to Northern Illinois, 16-14. I think this loss, I think Notre Dame will probably lose one. Well, I think they lost to one already. So I don't think they'll lose another game this year. But this is just me. it's hard for me to say you lose to Northern Illinois and you should make the playoff, regardless if it's 12 teams, 16 teams, 24, whatever. Like, it's just certain games you can't lose. Now, if they lost this week at Purdue, okay, fine. You can understand that. Big Ten Conference, on the road, stuff like that. But under Marcus Freeman, Notre Dame has been famous for blowing games at home. He needs to get that fixed, bro. He won't have that job for so much longer.
Yeah, just a quick on that. I think they still got a shot. It just depends on how they win. Like, they have to win convincingly.
No, they're gonna make the playoffs. I'm saying they're gonna make the playoffs because it's 12 teams. Yeah, the playoff is set for them to get in. I understand it. I'm just saying, for me judging, like, I know everybody has a bad game. That's fine. But man, like, you can't lose at home to Northern Illinois. Think about Alabama. Alabama was close against UCF, but they pulled away. They pulled away. They got separation.
Right. I got it.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. So,
no, for sure.
I Notre Dame, man, you got to win that game. You got to win that game. Now they have to dominate people, and we don't know if they can dominate people. They didn't dominate Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see. So we got 3 games this week, Tim, that we're gonna give our picks on. Let's start them off with number 16 ranked LSU versus South Carolina, Saturday at 12 o'clock. Who you like?
Upset pick, man. I watched South Carolina last week versus Kentucky. That defensive front line is mean. Like, they play a good brand of football. They can run the ball well. The quarterback athletic. He can throw it. I think he's going to be able to throw it well enough on LSU because the defense still is not all the way. Like, they play better versus USC the first week, but I still think they are growing to become a better defensive unit. So I like South Carolina with the upset.
It's not a bad pick. We're going to have to talk about this later on this week. I love the pick of South Carolina. I really do. But I'm going to take LSU. I think LSU needs this game. They just lost their first, or they had just lose. They played Nichols. I don't count that. That's a paid, that's pay to play.
Yeah.
So they lost to USC. I think they want to get their footing back against a Power 4 opponent. So for me, I'm gonna take LSU in this game, but I can definitely see why you took South Carolina. I think South Carolina might have had the most impressive win of the weekend because they went in there last week against Kentucky and destroyed Kentucky. Kentucky didn't have a chance from the jump, and I watched that game. So I think Kentucky with Shane Beamer, they got something. I say Kentucky. South Carolina with Shane Beamer, I think they got something going. I really do. But I think Brian Kelly, I think he needs this one. So I'm gonna take LSU. I should let you start with this game because this is your team, but I'll do it anyway. We got Memphis on the road. They go to Florida State Saturday at 12. Who you like? Before I ask you who you like Florida State. They better win. They 0-2. Let's talk about them being 0-2 before we pick this game. Like, what's going on down
there? Man, some trenches, man. All them big names transfer, man. Them trenches, man. Everybody's running the ball. Everybody's averaging 6 to 7 yards a carry. You're not gonna win like that. And then offensively, there's still no cohesiveness with the offense. Like, I still don't know if they want to be a spread running wide team or try to run up the middle, try to throw the, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I still think that's a problem. But luckily, they coming from a bye week, so hopefully they had them pep talks. They homeboys
they need everything.
Home. You know what I'm saying? They homeboys from back home calling like, "Yo, boy, you embarrassing me, boy. Y'all better tighten up." You know what I'm saying?
I bet my money on you, player.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, man, I think they look better this game. I don't know what Memphis has running back wise, so I don't see them dominating in the run game. But my fingers are crossed because if they get dominated running this week, I'm not watching another game. I'm done. Even Miami week, I don't want to even watch that game.
We're gonna watch that together.
So I think DJ. I think they find some cohesiveness this week. I think DJ plays better, and I think they look more like Florida State. They definitely not as good as the last year's team, but I think they get a little bit groove going this week, and I think they win the game. It's going to be close though.
Okay. I'm agreeing with you. I think Florida State, they have to win this game. Mike Norvell, this is against his former team that he coached, not team, but the university he coached at. This is why Memphis is on the schedule because Mike Norvell is at Florida State. So for me, with that being said, I like Florida State. I think they need to run the ball more. I think they need to play better defense in the line, in the trenches. And DJU, I never thought he was it. But he has moments where he can be it. He just needs to live up to those moments instead of the latter. So for me, I'm gonna take Florida State. They better win this game. They better win this game. They better.
I tell you this, they don't win this game, they gonna be calling Coach Prime. I'm telling y'all. Y'all heard it here first.
No, okay.
Prime ain't gonna be in Buffalo too much longer if we lose this game. I'm telling y'all.
Coach Prime, I love you, but if you struggling in the Big 12, you going down to the ACC with no linemen, yeah, that ain't gonna work. But bro, Coach Prime, I love you. But that they probably Florida State will call. They will call. I do that. They gonna call. And if I'm Dion, I'm thinking about getting the hell out because this is the last year of Shador and Travis. I gotta go.
I did what I needed to do.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you bought school money. So cool. But Florida State, they better win this game, Tim. They better win this game. Well, here's gonna start rolling down shoulders, rolling on the floor, all type of stuff, man. They better get this win.
For sure.
Our last pick of the weekend, Saturday at 3:30. We have the number 9 Oregon Ducks versus Oregon State versus Oregon State. I'm sorry, Oregon versus Oregon State Saturday at 3:30. Who you like?
So this is the Civil War, if I'm not mistaken.
Civil War, yes.
Civil War, right? So yeah, I'm taking Oregon in a close one, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Watching Boise State run all over Oregon a couple days ago, man. That's Oregon State brand of football. Run the ball, play good defense, man. They ain't gonna do nothing out of character. They ain't gonna turn it over penalties. They just gonna play their type of game. Like, I think it's close. Like, the spread, the early line on this game is 15 points. I think that's way too much. I don't think Oregon is that impressive, for a 15-point spread early. So I got Oregon in the close one.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I was going to take Oregon State for the upset, but I don't really like how they moving. So I'm going to take Oregon, and they very, very, as your man Lee Corso said, closer than the experts think. I'm going to take Oregon. I am not impressed with what I've seen in Oregon the first 2 weeks of the season. They played Idaho. They didn't blow them out. Okay, you have a close game against Boise State. That's fine. Boise State, we know who they are. That's fine. Right. But Boise State could have and should have won that game. So I'm not impressed with Oregon. I think Oregon's been reading their press clippings a little bit too much because they feel like, they national championship contenders. However, I'm going to take Oregon to win a close one because I just don't believe that Oregon State has enough offense. And I think that by the game being in Oregon, it's not like Oregon has to go out of the state. It's a road game, yes, but it's in the state that it's in the state that you're familiar with. You're just going to a different arena, different spot. So it's not too much unfamiliarity. And these teams play each other every year. Every year, either they play at Oregon or they play at Oregon State. So it's not like you've never been here. So for me, I'm gonna take Oregon in a close one. Let's see how we do this week coming up, Tim. Had a good week last week. Let's see if we can strive and get a 3-0 week this week.
Yes, sir.
We're going to take a quick break. You watch a Highly Opinionated. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first ever guest on Highly Opinionated. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the host of the Club JG podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jon Graham to the show. Welcome to the show, Jon.
Appreciate y'all, brothers. Thank you for having me, man.
Appreciate you, brother, man. How's everything, man?
Life is good, man. Can't complain. Everything is good. We're back in football season. It's a beautiful time of the year. Can't complain.
Absolutely, man. Best time of the year, in my opinion. Football, you got football, basketball coming up in a month and a half. So, man, it's a great time of the year. Jon, I want you to speak more and let my audience know about your podcast, brother.
Yeah, so I started Club JG podcast about a year and a half ago now. Really just focused it around all sports, mainly my favorite teams, and whether it's basketball, baseball, football, even throw a little bit of hockey in there. But I also do some stuff in the social world. We talk about crazy topics that pop on social media. We do a couple of dating topics here and there. So I definitely get into it in different aspects of it.
Where can people find Club JG at, brother?
They can find Club JG on Instagram at Club JG Podcast. I also got a YouTube channel, same name, and also on Facebook, same name.
Good, brother. Good. Well, I'm locked in. You know, I'm a follower. I'm a subscriber. So I appreciate the content, man. You keep doing a hell of a job, man. And let me say this: you were part of the inspiration for Highly Opinionated. I saw you go out there. You obviously we talk. Your friend, brother of mine. We talk all the time. He's like, Josh, go do you, man. Go out here, have your own thing. Have your own thing. I just want to say thank you, man. Already, man. Keep doing you, bro. And I will definitely be on Club JG at some point in time in the near future, brother.
Man, anytime, you already know.
Absolutely, bro. I appreciate it. So since we have you here on Highly Opinionated, you found me? What's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, I got a few issues with my man Tim over here. I watched your last episode, and you made some picks when it came to division winners. And I gotta say, you have bumped your head, my friend, on a couple of these. I gotta start with your pick with the AFC West. You picked, if I'm not mistaken, you picked the LA Chargers to win the AFC West, correct?
You did pick the
Chargers. Yes, sir.
What inspired you to think that these guys would win? You've seen the Kansas City Chiefs, right? You seen Xavier Worthy, you've seen Rashid Rice, you've seen Travis Kelce, that boy Mahomes. You think that team is finishing second to a Justin Herbert with no receivers, good running game of former Ravens, but no receivers. You think that team's going to finish ahead of Mahomes?
Yeah. So Kansas City, like defensively, I don't think they're that sound or that good. Like Washington versus the Ravens. Like, and the Ravens, to me, their offense is terrible right now. Like, it might be one of the worst offense I watched the past week. So, like, they really just rely on Lamar Jackson to make a play. He doesn't make a play.
Tim, I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. Did you watch the Vikings and the Giants play?
You think? Yeah, I said one of the worst. That's the worst.
Oh, you said one of the worst. Okay. It sounded like you said the worst. Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
If I did, my fault. One of the worst offenses. Okay. And their level. Their level is a little higher, right? Because they're a playoff contender team, right? So, like, you judge, like, I judge teams.
Yeah, I give you that. The Ravens are better than the Giants, so I should put them on a higher pedestal than the Giants.
They got a higher, you know what I'm saying, learning curve than the Giants. I don't expect much from the Giants, you know what I'm saying? Once they gave Saquon Barkley away, we knew what that season was. That season was over before it started. So that's what I'm saying. So the Ravens, my fault. The Chargers defensively, I think with the new coach with Harbaugh, and defensively, they can play with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think if they open up, like last week, I think if they open up the vertical passing game more, they'll be a little bit more explosive because they did run the ball a lot, which we know Harbaugh does. But once they open that vertical,
there is no vertical pass game, bro. Like there's not. I don't believe you're telling me Josh Palmer and this dude Quentin out of TCU. I can't remember the dude's last name.
Quentin Johnson.
Johnson, yeah. You think that dude he with dinosaur arms, he can't catch right now. There is no vertical passing game with the Chargers. They are going to be a run and Greg Roman, the worst offensive coordinator that we had to deal with for years. That guy's running the offense now.
Greg you understand? Lamar won MVP with Greg Roman, right?
One unanimous MVP, Tim. Unanimous.
Lamar won unanimous MVP because he's Lamar Jackson.
I don't think he as bad as Ravens fans say he is. You know what
I'm saying? I agree with that.
He's not the best, but he's not as bad as you don't win unanimous MVP because we gonna get to the Ravens, my fault. But yeah, like I was saying, I think defensively and what I think Herbert in the run game will actually add because now they can actually play action. I'm not talking about like 30-yard passes, vertical passing game. I'm talking about that 10 to 15-yard range and cuts, things of that nature. So
you got a lot of faith. You got a lot of faith in Justin Herbert. You got a lot of faith in Herbert.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry, man. I can't see it. I love Derwin James. I love Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, but Bosa can't stay healthy, as we know. Khalil Mack has not been himself, especially since they know he's there. They're going to double team, triple team if they got to. And Derwin James again is another guy that can't stay on the field. So are we sure that this defense can stay upright? First of all, and you can't win. You'll get some wins playing a run-first offense, but when it gets to the playoffs, you're not, as we've seen, as they religiously talk about the Ravens not being able to do it, if you can't get a passing game going, you're not going to succeed. And Justin Herbert, I'm sorry, there was a poll that came out that said that Josh Allen was the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. I think that is incorrect. The answer is Justin Herbert. All this talk about Justin Herbert being the next, you know what, next prodigy, next this and that, the prototypical quarterback. You should start your franchise with this guy. This man has not done anything in 5 years to tell me that he is worth all of that. He has not won a play. He's not even won a playoff game yet. The last time we saw him in the playoffs was in the Jaguars against Trevor Lawrence.
John, what happened in that game? What was the score in that game, bro?
They were up by 30 points, and they ended up losing the game.
Yeah,
that's a joke. I'm sorry, that's a joke. If you're Justin Herbert, figure it out. Run the ball. 2 clock. Hello, Matt Ryan was at the end of the chat. Run the football. Stop throwing it.
Keyword: run the ball. Does he call the plays to run the ball?
He's the quarterback. You the franchise quarterback. You change that play and you say we're running the ball. No. You are the franchise quarterback. You tell the offensive coordinator to screw off, run the freaking football, and run that timeout. That's what you do. And you're the franchise quarterback. Absolutely.
In what league do the coach call plays regularly, and you tell the coach screw off?
The Ravens do it. Lamar Jackson did it in the AFC Championship game.
No, we even got to Lamar. Tom Brady.
That's only on 4th down.
Tom Brady did it.
Down. He does not say that every play, bro.
Tim, let me say this, Tim. What you're trying to say every play, no one does it every play. Tim, listen to him. Justin Herbert is the franchise quarterback. They'll move heaven and earth in LA, San Diego, wherever they're at, for Justin Herbert. Just like the Baltimore Ravens are doing for Lamar Jackson. There are
certain guys in the NFL that have the cachet and the warrant to do that. Justin Herbert is being paid like one of those guys. You have the cachet, my friend. Give a suggestion to the offensive coordinator and say, "Look, we're up big. Let's run the football." That's my opinion. I understand staying aggressive and all that, listening to the coach, what you're supposed to do. Especially as a young player.
But you do agree they should have ran the ball, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I put that on the quarterback.
So I put that on the coaching.
I put that on the quarterback. Nope, I put that on the quarterback.
I don't call the plays. I don't dictate the plays.
I'll split the baby. I'll split the baby. I'll call that on the coach. I'll give you that, Tim, because the coach should call running plays because you have eyes, you up.
Brandon Staley, sure. That's why he doesn't have a job anymore.
Yeah, okay. Tim, I'll give you that. Brandon Staley, he doesn't have a job. But Tim, see, this is the problem I have with you with Justin Herbert, bro. Too much is required, much is received, much is required, bro. You act like, bro, he just come, bro. You know what you act like Justin Herbert did? Hey, bro, I'm gonna go punch my clock in. That's my time, and that's it. Nah, bro, it don't work like that, bro. You gotta do more than punch the time, nigga. I need you to mop the floors. I need you to clean the bathroom. I need you to, if somebody throw up, I need you to clean that shit up. If somebody got a flat tire, you need to change the tire, bro. You getting paid that type money, bro. You need to be able to perform. You act like, bro, well, yo, I'm just coming. You act like this man, Baker Mayfield. Yeah, Mo, just come clock the punch. Okay, cool. That ain't what this is.
We see great quarterbacks call audibles all the time. You see great quarterbacks call audibles all the time. Jared Goff did it last night. They were highlighting it. Jared Goff didn't like that play they had. They said, screw this. We're going to run the football. They do it all the time. That's what good quarterbacks do.
CJ Stroud was auto and auto plays last year as a rookie.
Because he earned that respect and he earned that ground to do that. They trust him.
I think y'all seen Any Given Sunday and y'all took that narrative like when the coach call a play, you just say
you're up 30 to 3, bro. You're up 30 to 3 in a playoff game.
So the coaches
ain't no regular Sunday, bro. There's no tomorrow.
So the coaches know they was up 30 to 3, right?
Yo, we gave you that. We gave you that point, bro. We gave you that.
Like it's more on the coaches than the quarterback.
Okay. Tim. It's more on the.
Hold on, real quick. Same thing happened with Atlanta. Atlanta was up the same thing, and they was averaging in the Super Bowl as the Patriots. Same thing happened.
Yeah.
The coaches saw they were getting 7 yards.
Yes.
So how is that on? That's not on.
Okay. Let me ask you.
Audible in every play, bro.
Tim. There is no way that the Atlanta Falcons called a pass every play of the second half. They called runs. They got stopped. So instead of it being second and 9, now it's second and 13. Can I, bro? I gave you the floor. Bro, my point is this, yo. I'm not saying it's all on Justin Herbert, but to act like he gets no blame, that's insanity.
Zero. That's
insanity.
He didn't get no. I'm saying I didn't say he didn't get no blame. I just said the play calling was trash.
Well, bro, the play calling was trash and the quarterback was trash in the second half. You say that, I'm fine. If you say that, I'm good, bro.
That's cool.
Okay. Cool. Well, there you go. I'm good. Like, because at the end of the day, again, he's that guy. So if you that guy, bro, you gotta make stuff happen, bro. Everything ain't gonna be good. Sometimes, let me say this.
There comes a point in the game where the players got to take over. It can't be coaches. The players got to take over the game.
Bro,
that's in any sport.
That's in any sport. Open? Like, that's why I don't really speak about this game because I didn't watch this game. So I don't speak a bunch
of bro. I don't know.
Because people don't.
They got up. They got up 28-3. Then they stopped getting open. Yeah, I mean, bro. I guess so. I guess they stopped playing. They stopped playing at halftime. They thought they won the game.
Off of turnovers, though, right? Off of what? Lawrence was turning the ball.
Yeah, Lawrence was turning it over in the first half.
5 interceptions.
So
4. Yeah,
5 interceptions, right?
No, he had 4. He had 4 interceptions.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He said, yeah, 4. So they was getting short fields, right? Normally when you get an interception with short fields.
Not all the time, but sometimes they got short fields.
Like I said, I'm asking y'all. I didn't see the game. I didn't watch the minutes.
Well, bro, let me say that, bro. That's an excuse. No, that's an excuse for you saying you didn't see the game. Yes, it is. Hey, bro, I didn't watch the Ravens and the Chiefs every play. That doesn't change the outcome of the game. The game happened, bro. It doesn't matter if you saw the game or not, bro.
It gives you a better analysis of the game.
Yes.
Like somebody will tell me that he played bad, right? Like we'll watch the game, right? We all watching the game, right? Say we all watching the Ravens game, right? Say the Ravens get a lot of pre-snap penalties, right?
Yeah.
And somebody might say, yo, the Ravens offense, they trash, yo.
But you know what's funny about that point you just made?
No, John, let him go. Go ahead, John.
I'm gonna let you go. But it's like, yo, it's hard starting 1st and 20. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not on the court. Like, you gotta do a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do a whole something different now. So everything is off schedule. Of course, sometimes you got to make plays, right? John, I'm just saying, like that throws a whole drive off, and we just gonna blame the quarterback. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
John, let me make this point, and then I'll give you the floor, John.
The quarterback ain't false start. He ain't hold. You know what I'm saying? But that messes up a whole drive, and now it's the quarterback, man. Now it's 3rd and 17, John. He trying to fit a throw in, and it's incomplete. You know what I'm saying? It's a different scenario. So it's like, no, that's why I say once I watch this game, because this is the only game y'all bring up. Once I watch
I got other games to bring up. I got other games. Okay, let's do this. First game last year against Miami. You said the defense played bad. They lost 41-38. Justin Herbert had the ball last. What happened with him having the ball last?
And like I told you before, you're not going to score every drive. Hey, John, is 38 points enough to win an NFL football game in most scenarios?
I would say so.
38, bro. Like, we blaming the quarterback. Y'all listen to this.
No.
The quarterback that thrown for almost 400 yards that game. We blaming him because he had the ball last and he ain't scored that one time. He put up 38 points though, John. How is that the quarterback fault?
I don't want to give the viewers away, bro, but I'm gonna get this away. You got Justin Herbert ranked as a top 5 quarterback. Simple yes or no. Should a top 5 quarterback overcome?
They don't do it every time though. Like,
bro, I'm asking. Every time. When has he ever overcame anything, Tim? That's the better question. When has he ever came in? When has Justin Herbert ever overcame anything? I'll wait.
Bro, once again, 38 points, bro. How is that the quarterback fault? Just tell me. In what world do you score 38 points and don't win the game?
It's not the quarterback fault. Okay, bro, I'm gonna be quick and fast with it. It's not the quarterback fault, brother. They lost the game. When has Justin Herbert overcame anything in his career so far?
Bro, they haven't won a playoff game. So if that's what you're talking about,
I'm not.
I can't break down.
Maybe I'm asking the question in Spanish. Let me ask you the question in English. Let me ask you a question in English. When has he overcame anything? Okay. Oh, bro,
I know
he hasn't overcame anything. That's fine.
Okay. I'm sure he led game 1 the drive though. So let's not be dumb. I know
When you're the quarterback, you get all the praise when you win, and you get all the blame when you lose. That's what happens when you're a star quarterback. You get all the praise. Everyone thinks you're the best when you win. When you lose, you get all the blame. That's the life of a starting quarterback.
Yeah, but that's not that. I agree, but that's not true. Like, you could ball out, like, you know what I'm saying. You could ball out, and like I said, if the defense don't get stops, that's on them. Like, I can't control what they doing. Like, you play basketball, right?
Yes, sir.
You play basketball at a high level, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you give me 30, and the rest of your team 8, 9, 10, we ain't gonna say that's John, and you're the leader and you the guy. I'm not gonna say, oh no, that's John's fault. John ain't had no help.
But the majority of the audience is still gonna blame the star players because you didn't get it done.
I get that. No, I get that, but you did get it done. Like, you clocked in the work. You put in the full 8. You put a full 8 hours if you did. You did your role on the team. Everybody else got to connect their puzzle pieces. You know what I'm saying? You did your job. They going to blame you because you the star, but we can't really knock you because you did what you were supposed to do.
Well, why does Lamar Jackson always get the blame when the Ravens lose, even when he balls out?
Because he doesn't ball out in the playoffs. He doesn't. Like You can look at his numbers in the play. He doesn't.
Did you know he had more passing yards than Patrick Mahomes in that game? Lamar had more passing yards in that AFC Championship
game. But see, that's an empty stat calorie.
Now it's an empty stat.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Listen. They was hold on. Listen. They was down the whole game, right?
Okay.
So what is the Chiefs going to do that the guy that wants Chargers should have did? They ran the ball. So you're going to have more throwing yards if you're playing from behind, fellas. Come on, man. It just makes sense. Like, he didn't make some throws.
If Zay Flowers doesn't fumble that ball in the end zone, are you still saying that?
I don't blame Zay Flowers. He's trying to make a play for an offense that has not made a play.
You don't do that. That's a rookie. You don't do that, though.
That's a rookie mistake. That's a hell of a play.
You don't expose the ball like that. And he's
trying to score.
That was his first rookie mistake all year long last year. He did not play like a rookie last year.
The offense ain't do nothing the whole game. If
he gets tackled at the 1 yard line, you can punch it in. If you get tackled at the 1 yard line, you can punch it in.
John, he knew the guy was going to punch the ball out. Come on, man. Let's be realistic. He didn't
know
the guy was going to punch the ball
out. You're exposing the football, man. It's a cardinal sin. I don't even play football and I heard that.
No, it's not. A lot of people, come on, man. We got to be realistic. The kid from the Chiefs just made a hell of a play. Why can't we just say that? Just like the Jags game the other day. If y'all watched the Jags versus Chargers game, that game changed when the guy punched the ball out on the Jaguar. It's just a hell of a play. Sometimes they time it right. He could have punched the ball and missed it. Let Zay Flowers score, y'all scream. So I'm not blaming Zay for that. He trying to put a play. Y'all offense did nothing. Nothing.
I'll give you the fact that our offensive coordinator called a terrible game plan. We don't just run the ball 6 times. We the Baltimore Ravens. We're known for running the football. So the fact that we only ran for 6 times, 6 attempts, yeah, I get you on that. But dude, we're just gonna sit back and think that Lamar did nothing. Yeah, I know that he forced an interception in triple coverage. That was a bad throw. He was trying to make something happen. The fumble, his offensive lineman got his butt kicked. You can't see it coming from the blind side. But I can't put this entire game on him. But because he's Lamar Jackson, because he's that good, and he is who he is, if he loses, everything gets thrown up 100 times. Come on, man. Right, we just watched Joe Burrow lose to freaking Jacoby Brissett and the Patriots. Okay. It's barely talked about. You're at home.
Okay. But all right, that rebuttal that right. So
now go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
You talking about my fault, Jaden. You can go. It's gonna be quick.
Now go ahead.
You talking about week 1 in the regular season game with Chase hasn't practiced, right? And you're talking about an AFC championship game at home. Which one you think will hold more weight?
My point is I'm sick of guys like Joe Burrow and Josh Allen not getting any kind of blame when they lose. And Lamar Jackson loses to Patrick Mahomes and the back-to-back Super Bowl champions. All they talk about is how you blew it. You can't beat Patrick Mahomes. You choke under pressure. Burrow just lost to freaking a rookie head coach and a team that might win 4 games this year, and nothing's being talked about. They're riding one playoff run to the Super Bowl in which they didn't win. They didn't even win. They're riding over that like, he beat Patrick Mahomes. He continues to get a pass. No,
they went to the Super Bowl too,
and you lost. So you're in the same boat. You're in the same boat as everyone else who didn't win.
No, you're not.
You don't get a banner and a trophy for being second place. Nobody remembers second place.
Not at all. But you have playoff. You have proven yourself in the playoff, which I don't get why Ravens fans don't get this. Lamar hasn't proven nothing in the playoffs. So why should he give? Has
Lamar had anybody to throw the ball to like a Stephon Diggs, a Jamar Chase, a T. Higgins, a Keenan Allen, all these 1,000-yard receivers, Pro Bowlers? When the last time the Ravens had that ever? That they drafted.
No, go ahead.
My fault. I thought you. Okay, I agree 1,000%. Right?
You can't tell me there's not a difference, man. You can't.
I agree 1,000%. But why do y'all keep saying Super Bowl or bust then?
Because we're good. Because we got him. Because we got him. That's why.
So why do you think we blame him? It's
still BS. He's that good. Why can't you get this man a decent receiver? You can't put it all on him. But they do it anyway.
Why you think they don't got a decent receiver? Because that boy ain't accurate with the football.
That's garbage. That is garbage. You can't use that. You can't use that accuracy anymore. No, you cannot use that accuracy argument.
Nobody wants to go to Baltimore.
You can't use that anymore. No, that's a joke.
Listen to this logic, right?
That's a joke.
When they played the Chiefs last year, right? What did the defense? What Chris? Man, what's the boy last name from the
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
What did he say? If we keep him in the pocket, we fine. Right? So what does that mean to you?
How much evidence do you need to watch Lamar in the pocket? He shredded the best defenses in the league, which are all in the AFC North. Let's get that out of the way. The AFC North was the best division in football.
Like
had the nastiest defenses in football. So that logic of how keeping him in the pocket, that's not accurate. I'm sorry.
Most of his like I ain't gonna lie, it's really easy to stop Lamar, right? So
it's not
the game plan the Chiefs just had, it worked to perfection, right? If Lamar throw the ball 40 times or more, y'all gonna lose every time. We
lost by a toenail, man. We lost by a toenail.
See, that's what I'm saying.
We lost by a toenail.
Y'all lost by a toenail. Y'all really got dominated that game. Y'all didn't do nothing good on that field. Y'all did nothing good. Nothing good.
Josh, I'll be back. I'll be back next time, man. I'll be back next time.
He was running for his life the whole game.
And why was that?
He did nothing.
And why was that?
Think about it. Other than them backyard plays, what did the Ravens offense do well?
Tim, did you see the offensive line get absolutely dog walked by Chris Jones? That offensive line got dog walked by him. They had no chance. What is he supposed to do? Just stand there? Oh, crap! Call Chris Jones is coming. I'm just going to take the sack. No. Get out of there.
What I'm saying is, so the offensive line was bad, right?
Yes. Yeah. Tim, let me say this because I'll let y'all go. Tim,
they suck.
Tim, I actually agree with both of y'all. John, and we will definitely have you back on, trust me. Lamar Jackson is not the most accurate quarterback. I don't think that's a wrong statement. He's not.
But to say that he's not an accurate thrower is crazy to me. Like,
he's an accurate thrower. Let me say this. He's an accurate thrower. He's just not the most accurate thrower. I think that's proper to say. Would you agree with that?
So John? He's not more accurate than Patrick Mahomes. Who the hell is?
No. I get that. I understand that. However, Tim, watching that game, and I watched that game with Ravens fans, bro, it was like 8 to 12 plays, bro. Bro, it was one time, bro. Daniel Falele, number 77, he's the offensive lineman, bro. He just stood there, like he literally. Okay. Tim, you know this. I don't even pick the Ravens. I'm not even a Ravens fan. I ain't into the. I'm gonna say I'm not into the Ravens. I'm just good on. I'm not. The Ravens aren't my team. You feel me? But I can't lie on what I see. Like, bro, if your offensive lineman just standing there like this, like he has no chance. Now, John, I think you will, and Tim, you're gonna love this because I'm agreeing with you on this. John, I don't think the Ravens lost by a toenail. I think the Ravens lost by an incomplete pass because the play before a toenail, there was a player wide open. John, John, you gotta give me this. If you're an NFL quarterback, bro, you gotta make that throw. Baker Mayfield would have made that throw. Josh Allen would have made that throw.
There's also moments where a receiver has to help your quarterback
out. I agree. AB.
Zay Flowers. Stop.
And AB
said 4 hot seconds. And then go.
I give you that. Let me say. I think I was about to call that man Antonio Brown. I think Zay Flowers gets a little bit of a pass. Like what I mean by that is that everybody's gonna blame it on Lamar. John, you're 100% right. As a receiver, your job is to look at your quarterback and give him a target to throw the ball to. And stand there, stop, and throw the ball to. But in saying that, John, bro.
Look, he's that good. Look, Lamar gets that blame for not making that pass because he's that good. That's the way I look at it. You're good enough to make that throw. I said it on my podcast too. You're that good. That's why you're getting the blame for that. You got to make that throw. I'll give you that. But I also have to talk about Zay Flowers. I love Zay Flowers. In that moment, when your quarterback is scrambling like that for his life, like he has basically the entire game, got to give him a target. Got to help him out. Sometimes you got to help him out. Chase has helped out Burrow plenty of times. Diggs, oh my God, he's made Josh Allen look good. There have been times where Josh Allen should have had 5-6 interceptions. Diggs bailed him out plenty of times. You gotta help your quarterback out. He can't throw and catch to himself.
Back in the day with Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins, that's why they went out and got DeAndre Hopkins. Yo, you have to help the quarterback.
How's it been going with Kyler Murray since DeAndre Hopkins left?
Ain't been good. Yeah, Marvin Harrison. He didn't even look at Marvin Harrison on Sunday. You didn't even look at him. So I'll give you that. Marvin Harrison had 1 catch for 4 yards. I feel like me and Tim disagree, but I feel like Marvin Harrison, I think Tim would agree. He's better than 4 yards. He's better than 1 catch. So but for me, I just look at it as people are going to knock Lamar until we win. That just comes with the territory. But I will say, I'm not giving Joe Burrow a pass. And we'll at some point in time, we'll unveil our top 10 quarterbacks. Joe Burrow is my second best quarterback in the league. You cannot lose at home to the Patriots. I don't care who you playing with.
There's no excuse.
John and Ross. You gotta find a way to win that game, bro. You playing Jacoby Brissett.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm playing, they gonna win it anyway. So
we need you to. We need you, bro. They should have called you. They should have called you.
I'll feel you.
They needed you. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Highly Opinionated. Welcome back to Highly Opinionated. Again, we want to thank Jon for coming on, brother. Before we let you go, we want to rank our top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. Since Jon, you're the guest, you go first.
All right, so I'm going to count it down from 10 to 1. Number 10, I got Brock Purdy. Number 9, I got Dak Prescott. And number 8, I got Jalen Hurts. At 7, I got Jordan Love. At 6, I got Aaron Rodgers. Number 5, C.J. Stroud. Number 4, Josh Allen. 3, Joe Burrow. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Patty Mahomes.
Okay. By the way, the next time you come on, we will go over this list again, and we'll have more time to debate where people stand and where we rank them at and all that. Tim, you up next, brother.
All right, so I guess we start from 10. So I start from 10. So 10, C.J. Stroud. 9, Dak Prescott. 8, Lamar Jackson. 7, Jalen Hurts. 6, Jared Goff. 5, Matthew Stafford. 4, Josh Allen. 3, Justin Herbert. 2, Joe Burrow. 1, Pat Mahomes.
We will definitely revisit this with Tim, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely will.
Do.
For me, I'll start like my compadres from 10 to 1. 10, I have Jared Goff. 9, I have Justin Herbert. 8, I have Dak Prescott. 7, I have C.J. Stroud. 6, I have Matthew Stafford. 5, Aaron Rodgers. 4, I have Josh Allen. 3, I have Lamar Jackson. 2, I have Joe Burrow. 1, I think we all agree, number 15, Kansas City Red, Patrick Mahomes. He is the best quarterback in the NFL. So, again, we'll have plenty of time. Jon, we want to thank you for coming on, being our first guest on Highly Opinionated.
Hey, fellas, my pleasure's mine. I appreciate the time. Definitely had a good time here. Can't wait to do it again soon.
Absolutely, brother. We're going to have you back on. Again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go follow at Club JG. Yes,
sir. At Club JG Podcast.
At Club JG Podcast. I'm sorry, brother. Make sure you go follow that on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you do that. Once again, brother, thank you for coming on. We can't wait to have you back.
Jon.
No doubt, fellas. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all soon.
Absolutely, brother. You're the best, man.
All right.
Welcome back to Highly Opinionated. Week 1 of the NFL season has started, Tim. Let's give a recap of what we seen. What's your biggest takeaways from week 1?
Ravens, y'all in trouble. Look. So if y'all watch the second episode, and I told y'all what offense y'all should run. But y'all ain't listen to me. Y'all decided to run spread. And it ain't look too good, right? So y'all in trouble, man. Y'all got to find out how to use Henry effectively in ways where Lamar is still effective as well. I've been saying this the whole year. Zone read is not Derrick Henry's strength. So he's not a shotgun runner. He needs to be 7 yards deep, downhill. That's his style. He's a big guy, not really has a lot of agility, like stop and start type of ability. So y'all gotta figure that out. And defensively, man, y'all not feared to me no more. Like I ain't gonna lie, yo, y'all actually made me waste my time watching that game because like they kept running the same slant at Harrison and he just kept getting burnt. Like y'all ain't make no adjustment, change nothing. Like I just think, sometimes that window closed, and I think y'all window closing quicker than y'all thought. So that's one of my takes. Eagles put up 34 points, and if y'all remember me saying they will be the highest scoring team in the league, I think that'll be consistent. They'll be the highest scoring team in the league. Saquon Barkley did what he does now that he's as a team. And what else? Oh. y'all remember when I told y'all about Sam Darnold? Y'all ain't put a couple dollars on my mind? Look, I told y'all now. Look, he got the most talent around him. And the numbers, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he's like 17 to 22, over 200. 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Like
Sam, I have his numbers right here: 19 to 24, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick.
There we go. And the pick, we ain't gonna make no excuses. It was a tip, so you know what I'm saying.
It was a tip. Yeah, look, definitely a tip.
It was a tip. So like, look, hey man, I might know a little something. And when I might just a little something, just a little. And the last, the team that let me down, boy, them Cleveland Browns, man. That offense, boy. I was sitting here watching the game. I said, nah, there's no way. Like I'm looking at the people. I'm like, they got Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, Amari Cooper,
David and
Joku. The running back hurt, Chubb hurt, but they full run hard. And I'm sitting here like, they look bad. I'm just hoping this week 1. I'm just hoping this week 1 is, you know what I'm saying, they can get it together. But I ain't like none of that. I ain't like none of that. But go ahead, my brother.
No, bro, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. I'm gonna let you go. Watson. That's your Super Bowl picks. I don't want, I mean, that's your team to make the Super Bowl out of the AFC. I'll let you go.
My team to make the Super Bowl. But I tell you this. If we allowed to do a backup team, if they happen to slip and falter out the AFC, watch out for. That's a good question. I don't even know who to watch out for. Because watching them AFC teams this week, I didn't feel like I'm not gonna say no one impressed me, but I didn't feel like normally people say the AFC is clearly better than the NFC. I don't see it as that no more. Like from what I watched week 1, obviously it's early, but I would have to rethink an AFC backup honestly because I need to watch another week because I ain't really I ain't see too many teams with both sides of the ball.
No, I got you. So a quick couple things that you hit on, I'll hit on, then I'll give my observations from week 1. Yeah, the Browns. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody that knows me, they know that I'm a fan of Baker Mayfield. And y'all swore me up and down that he was no good. He couldn't play, can't throw. Y'all made fun of the man when the man was out there playing with a separated shoulder. I got one question, ladies and gentlemen, just a rhetorical question. You think the Cleveland Browns will want Baker Mayfield now? Simple yes or no will suffice. Y'all ain't got to answer that to me. You can answer that amongst yourselves. The Cleveland Browns are in trouble. Yeah, they're in trouble. They paid the quarterback all this money. He can't play. That's essentially what it comes down to, bro. We can try masking what it is, masquerade it what we want it to be. Deshaun Watson can't play. He just can't. And it's okay to admit that. I've been holding out. If anybody follow me on Twitter, I've been holding out the longest for Deshaun Watson. I was giving him hope last year with my boy Jeff. Jeff will be on the show at some point in time. I can't. Bro, the offensive line was bad. They didn't have Nick Chubb, but, you get the same criticism I have of Justin Herbert, I have to put on him. They giving you all this money. Bro, sometimes, you got to mop the floor. You got to sweep the floor. You got to take the trash out. You got to do everything. You feel me? Because they're giving you all this money. So, the Cleveland Browns in trouble. Few observations for me. The New England Patriots had the most surprising win of the day. For them to go into Cincinnati and beat Cincinnati on the road, I get Joe Burrow didn't have Jamar Chase fully. T. Higgins was out still. Nobody thought the Patriots would go into New England. Go into Cincinnati and win that game. So that was definitely impressive. I gave an upset pick last week on the show. I picked Jacksonville over Miami. I was wrong. I thought Jacksonville had a chance to win, but I feel like that fumble with Travis Etienne, that changed the game. Because 2 plays later, I think the next play, Tyreek Hill scored. That got him closer, and that made the game. I know Buffalo beat Arizona, but I was thoroughly impressed with Arizona. I just need Arizona to do one more thing. I need them to throw the ball to Marvin Harrison. There's a reason why you picked him like number 3, number 4 in the draft. You should get more than 1 catch in the game. But I like the Kyler Murray that I saw. I feel like Arizona came to play. They were ready to play. They just, I don't want to say a young team, but in certain aspects, they're young. So they're going to have highs and lows. They're going to have that. I got 2 more takeaways. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was going to win the NFC South. Did y'all see Kirk Cousins play? Now, I used to call him Kimfo Kirk. Ladies and gentlemen, I changed his name. It's counterfeit Kirk because he been stealing money. He going to keep stealing money. I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest time. The Falcons, some organizations, they just are who they are. That's why Tim laughed at me about the Jets. It's not that he don't know they got talent. It's the Jets. So you're going to laugh. Well, bro, this is the Falcons. So I'm gonna laugh. Like y'all, who y'all are. I like Tapman in that division more than the Falcons. And I'm not just saying this because they destroyed the Panthers. The Panthers suck. I like the Saints over the Falcons in that division because I don't know how much Kirk Cousins is that much better than Derek Carr. And my last thing, and you're gonna love this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking dead in the camera. Some people are going to try to play y'all as a fool when they talk about the Los Angeles Chargers. They're gonna try to talk about the quarterback. They're gonna try to talk about the running game. They're gonna try to talk about the defense. Jim Harbaugh right now, he coached one game in the Jim Harbaugh right now is a top 10 coach in the NFL right now. By the end of the season, he'll be a top 5 coach. I did not pick the Chargers to make the playoffs. I love this Chargers team. This is the plan for Justin Herbert. Don't F it up. We're going to give you throws. Don't F it up. You got J.K. Dobbins. You got Gus Edwards. You got Joe Alt. You got Rashawn Slater. You got a good offensive line. And that defense yesterday, that defense was coming. Here, knocking the Raiders out. The Chargers got a defense in the running game. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me say this. The Chargers got a defense. They got a running game. And they got a good coach. Well, damn, what can only hold them back?
Injuries.
We can say that. I know something else that might hold them back. So I'm just saying, this brother got everything he needs, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm not picking the Chargers to make the Super Bowl. That's not what I'm saying. Even though I didn't make them have in the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, that's a successful season for them. They got everything they need. They're going to have a top-ranked defense. They got a great coach, in my opinion. They got an elite. They got a top, as you guys are here as you guys are here coming up. You got a top 10 quarterback in Justin Herbert. So let's make it shake. But yeah, those are my observations for week 1. Ready to pick some games for week 2, brother?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's start with Buffalo at Miami. That is the Thursday night game on Amazon Prime. Both teams coming off wins. Comeback wins, to be specific. 14-point comeback wins, to be specific, more specific. Who you like? Bills at Dolphins, Thursday night.
So this game I was going back and forth. I'm only going to take Miami because they're at home. Like I think their defense is better than the Bills right now. So like I think they'll get probably 2 to 3 stops that'll, change the momentum of the game. But I think it's going to be a good game. I think Josh Allen going to do what he does. If he doesn't turn up, so I tell you this: Miami wins if they get a turnover. If Miami doesn't get a turnover, the Bills going to win the game. Because I think Josh Allen just is, to me, he's more proven than Tua. I think Tua watching the game versus the Jags, like their timing was off. Like some of the throws, like because I felt like the Jags played well, but I felt like the Miami missed the opportunity. Like he missed Tyreek on a over route early in the game that should have been 6. Like he just like the timing was off. Like and Tua's more of a timing throw. He's a 1, 2, 3, get it out, 5-step drop, get it out. You know what I'm saying? Like their stuff is more timing than anything else. So I think I think Miami wins the game if they get a turnover. If they don't get the turnover, I think it's a high-scoring game, and I think Josh Allen's going to find a way to win.
Yeah, I like Miami to win this game, whether they get a turnover or not. Josh Allen going to turn the ball over. It's just okay. That's just what he is what he does. I'm not saying that in a negative way, but some people they have high turnovers. I don't care about that as long as you giving your team a chance to win, which Josh Allen does that every week. I'm taking the Dolphins. I think the situation, and no one is going to look at it from this point. They just want to make it about police brutality against African Americans. That's fine. You can have that angle. I'm not knocking that angle, ladies and gentlemen. That is a real thing. But I'm just sticking to sports, if you don't mind. I think what happened to Tyreek Hill Sunday, that shocked the team because he was shocked. He didn't think that was going to happen to him. You feel me? So I feel like that affected. Like in football, you gotta have everything right. You got to run the right play. You got to call the right play. Your mind got to be right. Your hands got to be right. Your body, everything has to be right. I don't think they were psychologically right after what happened to Tyreek Hill. And then they said that, if I'm not mistaken, Calais Campbell said that he got detained. He got arrested. Yeah, he did. So I feel like that woke them up. I think they'll be ready by Thursday. Give me the Dolphins to beat the Bills Thursday night. Next game we have here is my Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road to play the Detroit Lions. Both teams are 1-0. Tampa Bay just lost arguably their best defensive player for a couple weeks, Antoine Winfield Jr. He's out. He has a boot on his foot. He'll be out for a couple weeks. With that being said, who you like?
I like Detroit. I'm still iffy on Tampa. This will be a good test for Tampa though, because I think Detroit will be in the NFC Championship game. So, then Detroit is well coached. They on the rise. I think they're the hot team right now. So I like Detroit. I think they won by like a touchdown. Like I don't think it's another point in the game where we feel like the Bucks are gonna win the game.
It's hard because I want to take Tampa Bay. I really do. And at some point, probably later on in the week, I will talk myself into taking Tampa Bay. But I think the Lions caught Tampa Bay at the right time. I think by them losing, if Winfield Jr. was playing, I would take the Bucks. I really would, because I like the combination of Winfield Jr. and my man that was on the Jets, Jordan Whitehead. He came back to Tampa Bay. I like that safety combination. Obviously, I'm way more sold on Tampa than you. I have them actually winning their division. But yeah. I think without Winfield Jr., that's a big loss. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jameson Williams came to play on Sunday Night Football, so that's a speed factor. And by the way, Jameson Williams burned them last year in Tampa in the regular season game. So as painful as this for me to say, I'm going to have to take the Lions as well. I just think Tampa they lost Zion McCollum Sunday against the Commanders. They lost Brees, the corner, Bryce Hall, the guy from Virginia. I can't remember.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, they lost him.
I know you're talking.
So I'm gonna take the Lions in this game, and I got the Lions in the Super Bowl. So it's not obviously, we both think highly of the Lions, but I just think they caught Tampa at the right time. The funny thing about the Lions' schedule is their first two opponents is the teams that they saw in the wild card in the divisional round of the playoffs last year. It would only be right in week 3 if they played the 49ers next week. That'd be perfect. So, but yeah, we both take the Lions on that one. So, the next game that we have is the 1-0 New Orleans Saints at the 1-0 Dallas Cowboys. Since you started off the last one, I'll go first. I'm going to take the Cowboys. I like what I saw from Dak Prescott. He just got paid. Highest paid quarterback in the league, $60 million a year. That defense with the Cowboys was stifling. They stifled the Browns. I expect them to get after Derek Carr. The Saints destroyed the Panthers, but to me, that was more about the Panthers and their lack of not having a quarterback. Bryce Young, I love you, bro, but at some point in time, I gotta be honest with what I see, bro. You played in the league a year in a game now, and you still out here making rookie mistakes. Now I know you got an offensive coordinator. I know you got a head coach / offensive coordinator change, but you gotta be better than that. Some of them throws I saw, he was airmailing these people like 10 yards. Like, you gotta be accurate. So I think the Saints beat up on the bad team. With that being said, how about them Cowboys? Give me the Cowboys to beat the Saints.
I think this game going to be closer than what people think. I do agree the Panthers are bad. They probably win 1 or 2 games max. You know what I'm saying? They might catch somebody late in the season when they resting their starters or something. But I think this game is closer than what everybody else thinks. Like, I think the Saints, they bring up physicality on defense. And Derek Carr, they keep him clean, and Alvin Kamara, my fault. Alvin Kamara. I think they'll be able to make some plays on offensively and make Dallas defense have to work. So I like the Cowboys as well, but I have it in a close game. It should be a field goal game.
Got you. Yeah, so we both like the Cowboys. Again, we think the Panthers are bad. That's why they beat up on them. I think it'll be a closer game. I wouldn't say close. I think the Cowboys will win anywhere between 5 to 10 points. I just think they're better than the Saints. And the Saints, again, they beat up on a bad team. Watching the Saints play against Carolina, they didn't do anything different. They played the same way they played last year.
Right.
So, our last game of the week that we will preview and pick is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Cincinnati lost at home in a disappointing, shocking, bad loss to the Patriots. Meanwhile, Kansas City won on ring night. They beat the aforementioned Tim's favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens. So, with that being said, I am going to take. This is a hard one to pick. I am going to take the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game. I think T. Higgins will be back. I think Jamar Chase will be back. I think the taste that they had at home losing to the Patriots will get them fired up. And I just think, for whatever reason, when the Bengals see the Chiefs, the Bengals play their best. So I expect them to play their best and keep rocking out. So give me the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
So we didn't even talk before this game. So I agree. I actually like the Bengals as well. I think I was contemplating. I was like, nah, I think like sometimes you need to get waking up, right? So like I think that Patriots game was like, all right, we got come on, like the Patriots, you know what I'm saying? So like I think the locker room, you know what I'm saying, chasing them locked in, you know what I'm saying, because he playing for a contract. So like I said, contract years you get the best out of people, you know what I'm saying? So I think they're gonna put it together versus Kansas City, and I like them as well. I think the Bengals come out of Arrowhead with a W.
Yeah, they need it. They need it after last week. They need it. I just think the morale of the team was down, just watching them talk and all that. So I feel like they need a good pick-me-up, and I feel like this would be a perfect pick-me-up for them.
Right.
Excuse me, because they need it. They need it. They need it in the worst way. You can't lose at home to Jacoby Brissett. Gerard Mayo, first game coaching out. Like, that's unacceptable. You can't do that. Just unacceptable. Can't happen. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. So for me, Cincinnati needs this. Kansas City, we know who they are. We know what they represent. And I think they won't even have Hollywood Brown. So they won't even be at full strength. They'll still be, right. They still have a couple injuries that they need to go over. So we both agree, man. We both like Cincinnati. That should make it a very, very interesting week. Tim, I'm definitely looking forward to this Bengals Chiefs game, big game in the AFC. We're going to find out AFC supremacy right on the line for week 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Ross has a special announcement for you guys. Ross.
Yeah, Josh, thank you. So yeah, I just want to let everybody know that the Build Your Parlay is going to be coming out later in the week. Of course, those that bet line know that most of the lines aren't out this early on. I guess at week 1, it was out the whole summertime, the whole preseason. So like they was already out. So yeah, we definitely going to have it later in the week. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. Build Your Parlay last week was a hit. Even though I had a 3-leg parlay, I lost by 1. I'm sure we'll all go through that this week when we give
we'll have to talk about, because I started off all the first half. I thought I was a genius, and then second half I went 0 for 4. But yeah, we'll talk about that later on.
Welcome to the NFL, where you think you're about to get money, then they snatch that shit right out your hand. So
luckily we've been betting for a couple of years, so we know.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know.
I wasn't sad, but
any first-time gamblers and you lose like that, you ready to kill somebody. Just don't do it. I've been there, done that.
It still hurt the same. It definitely still hurt the same, but
oh yeah, it hurt. It hurt. I lost 2 parlays this week by 1. By 1. I'm devastated. I put it in the group chat with us. Y'all saw it. So, but yeah, Build Your Parlay will definitely come out. We haven't forgot about you guys. Like Ross said, lines aren't out. We don't want to give y'all no BS. We want to give y'all what we feel, how we think it's going to be. So stay tuned for that this week with Build Your Parlay.
Yes, sir. And then for those that want to just see just the parlay, we are going to have it on YouTube, but then we're going to have our actual picks on our Instagram, highly opinionated __.
That's why you guys got to follow the show page. You get all these juicy good details from. So make sure you follow the show page, highly opinionated, on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube as well. We want to thank you guys for watching. Again, we want to thank our special guest, Jon Graham, for showing up. John will be back very, very soon, so Tim and him can go at it. We appreciate the highly opinionated debate that those guys had. It's fun here. We love it. More guests. The people that watch this show, you're more than welcome to come on. Leave comments on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We love it all.
Yeah, DM us. Yeah, we definitely
DM everything. We will.
Yeah.
We want all the smoke. This is not We All the Smoke podcast. We want it all. Because at the end of the day, people, highly opinionated, we want you guys to come on and share your opinion as well. Guys and girls. You feel me? It's just not a guy's thing. Women can come on. Anybody can come on. You have a thought process on sports? Come on. We'll welcome you with open arms. Want to thank you guys for watching. Highly Opinionated episode 4. For the best producer in the game, Ross. For the best co-host in the game, Tim. I'm merely Josh. We out.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all.